Naval, or as I like to call it, the forest. What comes with naval? I don't know. But anyway, welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin. I'm your host, Lady Gear to you, and today we're going to be entering the forest naval and getting some more SIP parts. Yay! Clap for joy. Now, if you're wondering why it's called the forest naval, it's actually kind of funny. In one of Olimar's journal entries, I'm not 100% sure how to get it to appear, but Olimar says that the layout of this place reminds him of the belly button. It's a blueberry! It's so cute! Anywho, we just discovered a new Pikmin type. This is the Blue Pikmin. It is a Pikmin of yet another color. Near this one's cheeks is what appears to be the sun gills. This trait suggests to me that this blue type of Pikmin can enter the water without any trouble whatsoever. There's only one way to find out. I must drown him! Ugh, that was a little morbid. How terrible would it be if it was a different type of Pikmin that landed here? Like if it was a yellow Pikmin that landed here, how terrible would that be? Because the yellow Pikmin can't survive underwater, and yeah, that would just be really terrible. Over there is a new enemy. That is the bread bug. They're mostly harmless, but they will try to and steal the items that your Pikmin are carrying. For stuff like a pellet, it takes 2 Pikmin to overpower them. The best way to defeat them is to overpower them and take them to the onion. They will lose a lot of health, and it's a lot better than just running around everywhere trying to throw them at them, because it's actually really difficult to do that. Normally, I wouldn't care about fighting the bread bugs, but there's a reason why I'm fighting this one. This one actually contains a SIP part. It's not an important SIP part, it's an optional one, but it's still a SIP part nonetheless, and I want to get everything in this game. Carry the bread bug to the blueberry. Thank goodness! My space float! This float is absolutely necessary for a pilot who lacks skill in swimming in space. Well, we all know Mario doesn't lack that skill if he was able to swim in space in Chapter 4 of Super Paper Mario. Anywho, this SIP part, when I was recording this SIP part was evil. As you see right there, it requires 25 Pikmin to carry it. But I couldn't tell while recording if that was a 5 or a 0. So I thought that it only required 20 Pikmin to carry it. And you're going to see how much trouble that caused me later on in this video. Okay, what we're going to be doing now is that we're going to be heading this direction so that we can get another SIP part. There's a lot of SIP parts in this area, and I actually kind of like this area. There's a lot to explore in this area that we didn't explore in this video. We're going to be getting to explore it in the coming videos. We're going to be getting 3 SIP parts today, 2 of which are required and only one of which is optional. I think it's only 5 SIP parts in the game that are optional. I'd have to double check that. That's probably not correct, and I'm probably just being a moron. But if I am wrong, I'm gonna put a caption here. And if there isn't a caption right there, then I am correct, and I get an imaginary cookie. It better be brownie flavored. might seem like a random question, but I'd like to ask you guys, what's your favorite flavor of cookie? That's a rude question to ask. Anyway, we get a tip part. I found my number one Ionium jet. Unfortunately, this puts out a slightly odorous exhaust, but it does propel me to skip velocity in an instant. The status of most price to pay. 15 Pikmin are required to carry it. There are 2 treasures like this. I think both of them are in this area. Yeah, I think it's, no. Yes, maybe. I don't know anything anymore. What I really like doing is that I like to carry 100, is that I like to take out 100 Pikmin before I find the blue onion. Because then it just seems like there's more than 100 Pikmin out in the field, even if it's just one. But I didn't do that for this video because because my ultimate goal for this Let's Play is to beat this game in less than 15 days, which is my current record. And that's what I really like about this game. It's one of the most addictive things about this game is trying to beat your record on how quickly you can beat it. It's possible to beat this game in only 6 days. I have no idea how. It's really complicated, but it is completely possible to do it. I've obviously never been able to do it because I'm not like an awesome speedrunner. The only game that I've ever been able to speedrun was the new Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo DS, and I don't think that really counts because it's not really technically all that much of a speedrun because I just used mechanics to warp to the different worlds of the game. Anywho, we just knocked down a wall. There's a lot of walls. Most of them are stone walls. That's kind of an irritating thing about this place, is that you need a lot of bomb rocks to knock down stone walls if you want to get your stick parts to the thing quicker. It's really irritating to find them because off the top of my head, I can only think of 2 areas where there are bomb rocks. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. And another thing that's irritating about this place is that there are 2 bosses in this place, both of which aren't really all that easy at all, and they both contain required stick parts, if I remember correctly. So eventually, we're gonna have to fight them. Yay. I'm not saying that I don't like this area, it's just that this area has some of the most annoying features in this game. But not really annoying, this place is just hard, and that's not a bad thing, it's just difficult. So, let's get some more Pikmin. We can only carry this with blue Pikmin, because obviously it's in the water, and if you have if you have either a red or a yellow Pikmin go into the water, they will drown. The red Pikmin are fireproof, so if you have a yellow or blue Pikmin catch on fire, then they're gonna go all crazy, and they're gonna be all like, "Oh my god, I'm on fire! I'm on fire!" And I think I already made that joke, but I don't care right now. It's damaged. I'll let the dire trade. I'll have to run a system check as soon as I can. I've now recovered 7 out of 30 parts. If I could find just 5 more, I should be able to increase my capabilities. This area has a lot of new enemies, but we're not going to be able to see a lot of them in this video. If I remember correctly from when I recorded this, there are 2 enemies that we see. There are 2 new enemies that we see in this place, not including the bread bug that we already saw. And now it's time to go to get the other part. So come here, my little slaves. Even though you're not really slaves, you're just weird animal plant things that obey my every command. You don't actually need to build that stick bridge thing to the Pikmin to go over there. You can throw the yellow Pikmin over there. I just find it easier and less irritating to have them build the stick bridge thing, because if you have a lot of yellow Pikmin, it's not going to take a lot long. And if your aim is just off for the yellow, for throwing them over to the machine cog thing, it's not a recipe for success. I don't actually think it's possible to throw them over there in the GameCube version, because in the GameCube version, the Olimar can only throw the Pikmin directly in front of him at a certain distance, and obviously in this game, you can throw the Pikmin in whichever direction you want just by pointing at the screen. I really like most of the throws. Carry it faster! But yeah, what's kind of irritating about the Pikmin in this game is that if you have all your Pikmin under your command and you are trying to separate them, a lot of the time it's either the yellow or the red Pikmin that go into the water, not the blue Pikmin, and it just seems very dumb of them to do that. I know that they purposely made the AI in this game not all that good, so that it'd be like the Pikmin don't entirely trust Olimar, but at the same time, they could have made simple things like that better, where the red and yellow Pikmin would be smart enough to not go in the water because they can't swim. This stick bridge thing, I don't think that's the actual name for it, but that's what I've always called them. The stick bridge right there, I don't remember if there's any use for it at all. I'd have to play. I don't know if there's any use for it at all. It's just there to look cool and all, and stuff, and things. What we're doing now is that we're gonna put our yellow Pikmin back, because because for the next thing we're only gonna be doing one more thing, because we don't have a whole lot of time left, and I doubt that I'll be able to get another SIP part, because the rest of the SIP parts are pretty far away from the landing site, so we'd have to go like out of our way to go get them, and we don't have enough time for that. We only have enough time for one more thing, which requires red Pikmin. Well, it doesn't require the red Pikmin, it's just the red Pikmin make it a million times easier. We're going to be building these bridges right here, because building these bridges will make carrying the SIP parts we're going to be getting in the coming videos. It's going to make carrying them a lot quicker, because then they could just go this way rather than having to go all the way around. We could also blow up the stone bridges right there, but like I said, I only know 2 locations where we could get bomb rocks, so yay! And as always, it's a good idea to check your map to make sure all the Pikmin are, to make sure there aren't any lost Pikmin, because it is very easy to get Pikmin lost in this area. Now this right here, those enemies right there, those are the fiery blowhogs. They breathe fire! Fire burning, fire burning. I have no idea why I always think that every time the topic of fire comes up in my videos, I always see that and I have no idea why. Anyway, the fire blowhogs, they'll breathe fire, and they'll kick your Pikmin away. So it's best to use only your red Pikmin against them. You can use the other ones, but that requires a lot of strategy. I'm not too good at strategy, which isn't a very good idea considering this is a real-time strategy game. Safe float. An excellent swimmer like me has no need for something like this, but my motto is always be prepared. Really, it's just for emergencies. I've now recovered 9 out of 30 parts. I'm going to find 3 more to be able to increase my capabilities. So let's return all of our Pikmin and prepare to blast off. As always, like I just said, it's still a good idea to double check to make sure you got all your Pikmin with you. If you're an expert, or if you just read the things at the bottom of the screen, you'll be able to actually see if you have all your Pikmin with you. But I still like double checking just because I kind of go crazy on the inside if I don't double check my map to make sure none of the Pikmin are still out there. Oh my god, Wally! They're so scary! 4 days since impact. Deep in the cave I discovered in the forest I encountered blue Pikmin. These blue fellows have something resembling gills on their cheeks. They seem to be amphibious, surviving both in water and on land. The wonders of nature never cease to stun me, even in the alien land. Pikmin population! We got some more Pikmin today. Not too many. We didn't lose any, I think. So we're gonna call that a video. So thank you guys for watching this video for Pikmin, and until next time, later gator to you. Oh yeah.